coming to you live all the way from Chicago, Illinois, before an imaginary studio audience in some loser's apartment. It's Late Night with Anthony Anonymous, and co-starring the wickedly talented Jamis Zazapa. And now, your host from the hit series on YouTube, Anthony Anonymous, it's Anthony Panzani!
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Late Night with Anthony Anonymous, and my co-host, whatever his name is.
Hey Baldy, I can see your bald spot.
You guys been reading the news lately? A lot of stuff going on. The FDA has recently ordered Pfizer to continue warning its customers about a drug called Chantix. Apparently this drug is supposed to help you quit smoking.
Garbage.
They claim that this drug has side effects that include bizarre behavior and suicidal tendencies. Because you know, smoking isn't bizarre behavior or a suicidal tendency. Speaking of blowing smoke, a primary was recently held in Chicago, resulting in a runoff election between Mayor Rahm Emanuel and Alderman Chuy Garcia. After receiving multiple major endorsements, Chuy told the newspapers,
This show sucks.
in scientific news, a bunch of Japanese guys got together and built two clocks that are supposedly the most accurate the scientific community has ever seen. They're only going to lose 1 second every 16 billion years. However, scientists are still baffled as to why Tuesday sometimes feels like Wednesday. In the wake of Russian opposition leader Boris Newstadt's murder, Sarah Palin is back in the news as she's been subpoenaed by a high-ranking Soviet court after reports came out saying she could see the whole thing from her house.
Do I get to say any jokes? Suck.
Speaking of goofy shit, a technology company in Spain recently developed a fitness tracker being marketed towards women involving sexual encounters. This is going to keep count of how many calories they burn during their sexual intercourse, as well as how long the session lasts. There's also one being made for guys that will simply keep count of how many girls you have sex with and send an email notification to all your buddies every time you're about to get laid. Speaking of technology, Hillary Clinton's in trouble for using her personal email involving government activities, which caused Senator Lindsey Graham, who's on Meet the Press just about every Sunday, to say that he's never used an email. This came as a bit of a shock given that he sits on the subcommittee of Privacy, Technology, and the Law. More shocking than that, a boy named Lindsey.
When am I going to get to say anything?
Speaking of guys with more balls than dick, 47 Republican senators have recently wrote a letter to Iran's leaders saying that any nuclear deal wrote with President Obama could become null and void the second he leaves office. Instead of saying that 47 white men just committed treason, we'll simply continue to blame one black guy for all the world's problems. We have a great show tonight. We have Quinn Bayola here from Q-Tang Radio, and we'll be right back after these messages. What's up?
What's going on?
So you didn't like the monologue too much, did you?
No, it's terrible.
What's wrong with
I
you?
mean, we could just start over. Or we could just scrap this whole thing.
Do you really want to? I mean, because I'll fire you right now.
I mean, I'm really not that funny.
Excited about our show tonight?
I am. I'm really excited to be talking to Q and not you.
Hey, no, Q's good to talk to.
Yeah.
Who wants to talk to me? There is something I did want to talk to you about, though. There was a donut missing from the box in the green room.
Was Q in there?
You might have been in there, too.
No, I don't go back there.
Well, we'll get to the bottom of this.
Okay.
I try to be a nice host. I try to get some treats for my co-host and my cameraman and my interview guest. And all I ask is that we wait until we've done what we need to. And out of 6 donuts, there's only 5.
Well, you got the donuts for your guests.
You know what? I'm done talking to you.
Right.
We'll be right back after this. Ladies and gentlemen, our first interview ever, Quinn, the Filipino Crayola Bayola.
Good to see you.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
How you doing?
Welcome to the show. Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, Quinn from Q-Tang Radio.
Q-Tang Radio. We'll slash this Q until we make the full
This
transition
Q.
then.
I was discussing with him earlier. I bought 6 donuts.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
Will you shut up over there?
Really? It's like that?
I want to get to the bottom of this because he says he didn't eat it.
Personally, I saw the donuts. I wanted to open that shit up, but I didn't get permission yet because y'all were.
Were you two aware that I put a spy cam in the green room? Do you want to see the footage?
No.
It's you. You didn't notice that do not eat? You do not eat yet.
I figured it was in the green room.
Alright,
so
fair enough. We're good though, right?
Hey man.
I mean, it was good.
It's like just as long as it ain't Dunkin', we alright.
Oh, it's not Dunkin'.
Right.
This place,
Right.
I can't say their name because I didn't ask permission.
Oh, absolutely.
But I'll just say this, they do right. And just another question, because reviewing that footage a little further.
Fuck, man.
Did you... grab my checkbook and fill out my electric bill for me?
Oh. What? What?
Here you go, man.
Thanks for it.
Excellent forger.
Pipe down over there, James. You don't like the show, you don't get to talk. So anyway, this is our first show. We don't really know what we're doing yet.
It's all good, man.
So now you've been doing this for a while on your radio show.
A little bit.
So is it this Q or Q-Tang?
We're gonna say Q-Tang.
Q-Tang?
Yeah.
Where did you come up with that name?
I actually did a wedding for one of my buddies, and one of the special requests that he had was that he wanted a Wu-Tang,
Alright.
like what is it, like a segment.
Ooh, baby, I like it, boy.
See, I almost thought maybe it was a play on Poontang.
Well, I guess it could.
Right?
We could do that too.
A little bit. Lot of
We a lot of good, a lot of different.
Listen to my 808. Listen to my 808.
How often do you put them out?
We try to do one a week.
I like to download your podcast and listen to it when I go to the gym and stuff, because it is long.
Really?
Oh yeah!
Really?
Well, I mean, you're on a treadmill.
On the jet, in the jet.
What are you gonna do on a treadmill?
I have to listen to like hard
Sounds
shit.
great.
There's only 12
Sounds
Wu-Tang
great.
songs.
Yeah.
So,
See, I try to do that with Joe Rogan because his is like 3 hours long.
This kind of creepy, man.
Well, it takes more energy to frown than it does to smile.
and on that note, we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back after this with more Quinn. Gotta do that every time.
Absolutely.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Quinn Bayola. You got anything coming up you want to talk about? You got any new projects or?
Yeah.
Well, what kind of yes is that? That sounds like a shaky yes.
It's yes, I can say I have a project. However, I can't say what it is.
I should have had you sign a non-disclosure.
Yeah.
I don't want you telling people about what we do here. How would you describe your podcast? What would you say it is?
It's the brick house. It used to be the nerdy ranting and ravings of two just nerds growing up.
Alright.
Now it's two guys approaching their 40s that are desperately still trying to hang on to the nerd shit that they're into.
Your podcast is great. I think people should really check it out. If you could, this here is your camera.
Oh, okay.
If you could plead to the audience to check you out.
Guys, if you love nerdy ranting, out of two guys that are struggling to keep on that whole nerdy tip, check out Q-Tang/thisQ. You can find it on iTunes. There is a Facebook page. Listen to it. It's an hour-long show. I also do have the This Q Wrestling podcast, where I talk about the WWE NXT. That is with another host of mine. His name is Mikey P. That show is actually called The 5 Foot Fury. That will actually be recording tonight, where we review the show NXT off the WWE Network. That usually drops on Thursday mornings. Q-Tang Radio This Q usually drops on Wednesdays.
And I will put a copy of a link, should be somewhere here. Do you like the green screen? It's literally just a green screen. It serves no purpose. I can't get it in the frame.
Oh, really?
I cannot get it in
Like,
the
there's
frame.
nothing that you're gonna put in
So I figure a talk show with just a green screen. No graphics. It's been great having you on.
It's been fantastic.
And will you please come back on when you can disclose what project you're working on?
Absolutely. I will plug the shit out of it
Great.
when it's an option.
Quinn Bayola, Q-Tang Radio. Check it out. Great show, everybody. We'll be back sometime soon. Come on, give yourselves a round of applause. Let's go eat some donuts.
We really are the ugliest late night show.
I don't know, like, you know how they say, what do they call that? Like, which side of your face, your profile?
Yeah.
Both of mine are mixed.
I know, I was actually in the bathroom before I came out here, like, just trying to figure out, like, come on, give me something.
I have to tell the girl that cuts my hair to try to make me look young.